excited to see you. So I have to say, during the first movie, I spent the entire time just wanting Hope to be the one that has the suit and like is flying and kicking ass, and you're finally getting to do that. I was so excited to see that. What was it like? Tell me about it.
It was wonderful. I kind of, in a way, I was in the same place you were in the first film. I was really excited to play Hope because, in and of her own right, she's pretty cool and she's pretty kick-ass. She doesn't really need the suit to be an amazing woman. And I enjoyed the hell out of playing that, and I loved the first film. It was one of my favorite films I've ever done to watch. But there was, of course, always that end goal of like, this is where we're getting to. This is the moment that I've been waiting for, is, you know, getting on the suit and becoming part of the Avengers team. And I actually didn't think I would be as jazzed about it as I actually am now that I'm here. And I think that's because I think that's a testament to how great Marvel is to work for. Because I think when I went into it, I was just excited to play a really interesting woman. I thought Hope was cool. And once I actually got the suit on and I actually got to take on the mantle of the Wasp and then watch the film, it really helped me to realize, like, oh no, this is beyond cool. This is more than just playing a cool character. This is a moment.
Mm-hmm. Like, your scenes were my favorite scenes to watch because I just loved finally watching you like doing your full potential as the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I heard that the suit took like 6 months to get right. So what was it that like you had to feel and see about it to finally say this is finally right?
Well, I mean, there's the shallow part of it, which is you just had to make me look good. I was like, this is a superhero. I'm gonna be compared to. They're literally gonna put a picture of me beside a picture of a comic book female superhero, which means I'm beside an exaggerated, absolutely perfect fantasy of Barbie. Not even Barbie, a fantasy of Barbie. And so I wanted it to look good. But also I just knew it needed to move the way I would want to be able to move. I knew that it needed to look powerful and commanding. I wanted her to be able to walk in a room in that suit and you just feel and the oozing strength and presence coming off of her. And there was a point we reached where I put on the suit and it had all of those things. Mm-hmm. And I felt like a superhero, and that's when I knew it was ready.
And, you know, I love that in the movie there's the lab that they shrink and they take it everywhere. It gets stolen sometimes too.
Yeah.
It made me think about, you know, like our favorite things that we would like to shrink and take anywhere that we want to. So is there things or a place that you would want to shrink and take everywhere with you?
I always say I would want to shrink myself, and I would want to be able to go into all the offices of the heads of state of all the countries in the world and figure out what the hell's really going on right now in the world.
And finally, you have this veteran actress Michelle Pfeiffer playing your mom in this movie. What were some of the most special moments that you had with her on set?
You know, there was a moment on set where I was talking casually with Michelle and Hannah, who plays the ghost. And the three of us were just unconsciously having a conversation. And I was so at ease and I was so relaxed and I was having such a nice time. And then a man on set jokingly walked up and was like, hey, break up the ladies club. And he was being very sweet and he was really not meaning, and he was just making a joke. But it really woke me up to the fact that this never happens. And that probably on some unconscious level, it would make the men in the room slightly uncomfortable that there were actually three women who were able to gather and commune together on a film set, because there are never enough women for a gathering on a film set. It's always one woman in a herd of men who's trying to keep up with the boys, so to speak, which essentially just means fit in somewhere where you are not innately belonging. And if a film set was populated primarily with women, then guys would be trying to keep up with the ladies, right? It's just because it's just not your natural space. And to hold natural, comfortable space with other women on a film set was such a meaningful experience for me and made me so much more comfortable than I've ever been before on a film set. And it really was profound for me to realize that time really is up and that things really are changing and that this is the beginning of a new era in Hollywood.
Like, how important is it to have this sort of film coming out during this time, during this climate where so many crazy things are happening in the world and in our own country?
I mean, I think right now things feel dire for a lot of people. I think that they feel dire not just in America, but all over the place. And I think we're hurling into a very precarious time in human history on so many levels. And when that happens, when people feel out of control or they feel scared or they feel hopeless, they, I think, often turn to entertainment to either take them away from that, give them an escape, which I think our film is funny and sweet and delightful and can do that, or to give them hope because it tells a story of strength or courage. And I think our film does that also. And so I feel like this movie is not only timely in a feminist space, and that there's the Metoo and TimesUp movement happening globally, really. And now there's a woman with equal billing in an MCU movie, but also because it's sort of the tonic that we need after Avengers Infinity War, because that was so upsetting. And then the tonic that we need for our real world problems.